The geology of the project is a combination of an orogenic intrusive related gold system. This would be analogous to sort of the Fort Knox deposit in Alaska that's produced about 9 million plus ounces of gold and still has about 1.6 million in reserve. So the opportunity there is for that large major bulk tonnage type of deposit, analogous again to Fort Knox or the granites in Australia.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Andrew Watson. He is the Vice President of Engineering and Operations for Lancaster Resources. And Andrew, great to see you again. How are you?
Great, thanks very much.
Yeah, good to have you along. And a big news out from the company today, making an acquisition in Australia. Tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, you bet, Steve. So, the thesis at Lancaster's really been sort of always on exploring for critical and precious minerals to help maximize that value to our shareholders. So we've always focused on historical areas of production with significant exploration upside that can leverage our internal technical skill set. So we believe that gold is the best asset to own right now. We've seen the economic uncertainty globally. And this property, we believe, has all the hallmarks of gold properties that we would be targeting. So it's a world-leading mining jurisdiction in Australia and the Cobar Mining District. It's got strong geologic and geochemical indicators for our potential discovery. And just as exciting as we're able to bolster our technical skill set with two fantastic geologists based in Australia. So, we're thrilled to add the Lake Cargelligo Gold Project to Lancaster's portfolio.
Yeah, and maybe let's talk about the size of it itself, because I know in the news release you talk about potential district scale opportunity here, because it is quite a large property.
Yeah, it is quite large, Steve. The property is about 287 square kilometers, so it is large. It's a single contiguous block, again, in the historic Cobar Mining District of New South Wales. And we see in that claim block three distinct areas for potential discoveries along, I would say, an approximately 25-kilometer strike length that's really been largely unexplored under shallow cover with little to no geophysics. So, the geology of the project is a combination of an orogenic intrusive related gold system. This would be analogous to sort of the Fort Knox deposit in Alaska that's produced about 9 million plus ounces of gold and still has about 1.6 million in reserve. So the opportunity there is for that large major bulk tonnage type of deposit, analogous again to Fort Knox or the granites in Australia. But additionally, there is a slightly older, more discrete lode orogenic mineralization system as well. And so this would be analogous to that 1.7 million ounce Temingli gold deposit, again, in Australia. So you mentioned some of the past exploration work that's been done. There is some really exciting geochemistry, soil, and grab samples that we've been able to gather from public data from drilling back in the 1980s and the mid-2010s. That shows these surface grab samples of gold from about 20 to 204 grams per ton, and then channel sampling sort of in that 5 to 6 grams per ton gold range. So again, Lake Cargelligo contains really everything we like to see in that gold property. Now we just need to get boots on the ground and prove the potential.
Yeah, and that's going to be done in Q3 this year. In fact, you're going to be getting some crews mobilized and do some work. So what kind of work are you looking at, Andrew?
Yeah, so we're really excited to sort of get this deal finalized and kick off what we would call our maiden exploration phase one program this summer, fall. So we're going to be sending out a team to the field to do some geologic and geochemistry sampling. We really want to confirm that past sampling, and we've identified a couple other areas of high interest that we'd like to go grab some samples from that have never been explored before, that could potentially show, another mineralization zone on the property. So in addition to that, we're also looking to acquire some geophysics data that we could use and reprocess to help identify some mineralization zones that maybe weren't covered through our geochemistry program. And all of this is really going to build up our technical skill set, our geologic and geochemistry models for a highly targeted drill program in 2026.
All right, sounds exciting. I know you've announced a non-brokered private placement about $400,000 to deal with all of this. So lots on the go at the company for sure, Andrew. And appreciate your time. Congratulations on this very exciting day for you and the team.
Yeah, thanks very much, Steve. It's really exciting and can't wait to push Lake Cargelligo forward and make a discovery.
All right, we'll see what happens. Andrew Watson, Vice President of Engineering and Operations for Lancaster Resources.